I Don't Get It
Podcast. Hey guys, welcome to the I Don't Get It podcast. This is Ashley,
Lauren,
and Naz. And today we are joined by my wedding planner, Troy Williams. His company's name is Simply Troy.
Hello, ladies. Thank you for having me.
We're so happy to have him here to talk about how he has navigated the whole wedding planning situation over the past year. I think we signed on with you in August of last year, and now we are entering August, our wedding month, right now.
Ta-da!
How crazy is that?
you're in the home stretch.
It's crazy.
You know what I think is crazy is that this podcast just started just literally not getting how to talk to boys, and now here we are.
So weird.
Committing to them.
This is the circle of life.
This is truly the circle of life. It's so weird that 2.5 years ago we created a podcast because we never had a boyfriend. Now I'm getting married.
I know.
It's the weirdest.
Do you feel like you're getting married like tomorrow, basically?
I think I don't know, Troy, this is a great question for Troy.
I was going to say, Ashley's about to have her Hakuna Matata before we know it.
I think it feels like we're getting married, but I don't think you're ever going to realize that you're getting married until you wake up that morning and you put your dress on.
That makes sense.
Or at least Jared and I, when we go to the courthouse to get the paperwork, which you have to do, and nobody ever thinks about this when they're getting married. They think they walk down the aisle. It's no, you actually still have to do it the old way.
You don't even have to walk down the aisle, do you?
No.
They don't.
You just sign the papers?
You could. That's not happening. Trust me. After all this planning, that's not happening.
You pull a Sarah Jessica Parker in an all-white suit.
Do you need a priest or some kind of religious person?
They have a witness.
So it depends on state by state.
Yeah.
So you go and you have to apply for a marriage license. A lot of places you can apply and get it the same day. So you apply for one and then they hand it to you and then you have to both sign it, of course. Your officiant
$24 or $34 or something
that's
like that.
the only good, that's the only way I'd be happy going to the LA courthouse, because I've been multiple times to fight for a ticket and then there's bitches behind me getting married and I'm like, must be nice to be here for that reason. Everyone else is like, fuck you behind the counter.
I know, it's so funny.
What a place to fall in love, and really make that commitment.
But we learned that you have to get it signed by the officiant, and then you have to, somebody who is licensed to marry.
Wait, so when do you do that?
So we're going to do that the week leading up to the wedding.
The week leading
up to the wedding. I want to be
wedding.
Well, technically, because of logistical things, I don't think we can technically send it into the courthouse because of the arrangement of our days until the day after. But somebody who is licensed needs to sign it plus 2 witnesses in the state of Rhode Island, and then you need to go and mail it back to the courthouse.
Doesn't that give you anxiety, Lauren?
Yes,
signing the signature to me is the scariest thing ever.
It gives me anxiety that
that freaks me out. That's it.
They say that you send it in. That doesn't freak me out at all, but you send it in.
It's going to freak Jared
out.
What
if it...
Guys probably hate that shit. They're like, can I have a mechanical pencil?
Almost time to implode our murder plan.
You guys, stop. This isn't funny. I'm trying to tell people how to get married. I'm trying to tell people how to get married.
We're the worst.
And then you have to mail it in, and I'm scared that you can get lost in the mail.
Yeah.
Troy, didn't yours get lost in the mail?
Mine didn't. No, but somebody I know.
Oh, okay.
So then what happened?
So you sent it in the mail. Why don't you just bring it to the courthouse and just send
I didn't worry about it that much.
I'm so worried about it.
I really don't. I was I'm married. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's in.
My friend got her ring. Caitlin got her ring delivered, and that to me is scarier, right?
That's more scary.
Yeah.
The more scary thing is the day after. You're already wearing a ring, but for Jared, it's weird feeling the ring on your finger.
He's going to love it.
I think
that's when you get nervous because girls have their size, but guys that could still, you're like, wait, is it fitting right? And I remember we were hiking on our honeymoon and Craig did something and his ring fell off into the freaking creek, and I was like, get that Cartier ring right now!
Oh my! Did you get it?
Oh yeah!
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Oh my God!
But
You get that
ring. Your fingers swell and that sometimes.
Yeah.
So I've done that before, and 10 years later.
This is what I was thinking last night. Remember when they used to make you get blood tests before you get married?
That still happens in some states.
Oh, because of incest, right?
Wait, oh my God, that's why? I think they're just trying to protect people.
Okay, I think sometimes
protect
incest
people from what though?
From like just like
diseases.
Any sort of blood
before you started sleeping together, before you got married, maybe they were like, before you sleep together, make sure you're fine.
It didn't work so well with VC Andrews and Flower in the Attics and all.
I don't know what that is.
You never read those books growing up?
No.
Oh my God, people!
Is Flower in the Attic a Shel Silverstein? I missed out.
It's a whole Lifetime series starting this month right now.
Oh, that's what you were talking
I will
I'll
be watching
know about
Bring it home, people. It's
1000%.
You'll totally be watching it.
Wait, guys, I never knew about these blood tests. What?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's some states. I know that.
Trust me,
Do
it's
you
all
and Jared
not
have to
pretty
do that?
like
No,
dresses
I don't
and
think so.
linens and pretty things and flowers. There's a lot of ugly stuff. that you have to
ugly
do.
side of weddings.
The ugly side.
Yeah, but yeah. So that's how you get married legally. I just wanted to go to our honeymoon and be like on paper married,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
you will be.
Yeah.
Do you think that Chris and Crystal are legally married? I mean, we saw that they got engaged or married in paradise. What do you think?
I have no idea.
Well, you'll be very married, so don't you worry. Don't worry.
Well, let's get to more of the fun stuff. We have a lot of questions that were sent in to us.
Yeah, well, not for this one. It's just people want to know: has Ashley had any crazy bridezilla moments, Troy?
Most likely recently. They've been recent.
No, I will honestly say, legit, I'm actually surprised she hasn't cried. I've seen her cry once, and for something that was not wedding related.
Oh my God, I was so weird. That was so funny.
And
Wait, you
at a
haven't cried
tasting,
once over any wedding stuff?
No, we were at a tasting. It was our third tasting.
Yep.
And Jared, I was telling him about my NSYNC passion when I was younger. I was just talking about I was talking about NSYNC
Casually.
and very casually. And then he just seemed to not care at all what I was saying.
you guys legit.
and
I was like, what is happening right now? I'm like, we're tasting the food.
I realized that he doesn't care when I tell my childhood stories. And I started freaking out. No, he always seems to daze over when I talk about childhood stories. And I was like, you don't care where I came from, what I loved when I was younger. Aww. And then his mom was like, Jared, you love her. You give her all the attention, all that.
Oh, I love Nancy.
And people, seriously, the Ashley I cry that, hi, I'm in person. I've known you for over a year now. That's what it's going to be? How about we found your dress? How about these moments? We found your venue, your chair. What?
Wait,
this
so
is
that's
it?
such a good point.
I don't cry when I'm sad. Well, I don't cry when I'm
she's very
happy.
Yeah. Happy cry. Lauren's a happy crier.
I'm a very oh, I love that person. I'm going to cry or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you really cry when you're happy.
No, I don't. I'm just like you. I don't have happy cries.
I think all three of you are going to cry on the day.
Oh, well, yeah.
At different moments.
That's a different...
different
Those are
reasons.
heavy emotion cries.
Lauren!
So, yeah, I'll cry for different reasons.
What do you mean? No, because you're so nervous?
Yeah.
Well, I get with it.
Okay.
I can't wait for Lauren's
Get with
speech.
it. See how insensitive this bitch is?
Oh my God. No, Lauren. It's pretty insensitive. You want to get into this right now?
Oh, no. Now everyone's going to want to know.
It's just funny coming from someone with a broadcast journalism master's telling me to get with it when it's literally
Lauren,
I'd rather cut my wrist.
You guys, we were talking about Lauren doing the speech at the reception, as she is my sister, who is not just my sister, but my Siamese twin, and also just the maid of honor, and something that we imagined our entire lives.
I never planned on doing one.
Are you motherfucking kidding
I was just lying. I was never going to do it.
You're
Lauren,
so crazy.
Lauren, you have to suck it up. You have to.
Lauren, you are not a shy, demure, hide in the corner type person.
You don't have to tell me who I am, Ashley.
So that's why I don't it's not like you are who I'm sure I can name people that are just the weakest, meekest people. You're not that.
I know that.
Okay.
I do want to acknowledge it is scary. There are a lot of people, and most people are scared of public speaking. That's like the number one
you're
big.
making it seem like it's weird.
It is
to
the
be
number
scared.
one biggest fear.
I don't think it's weird too, but I think that there's certain circumstances.
It is, I think, a number one fear.
It is, well, you guys know I talk about Dodger Stadium all the time, and Dr. Mike's like, it's the one thing that can't kill you that everyone is most scared of.
Yeah.
Is the most scary.
Yeah.
What if you stood up and then faced the back and like?
I know
didn't
you can
face
just look at us and read from a notebook.
All right, we'll talk about this some other time.
Okay.
This could go on a long
This could go
time.
on for a very long time.
Lauren could
Long
record a
time.
video.
I literally would be better off with a video. I'd be better off.
I'm not going to do that. I'd rather not do that.
Oh, well, okay. You can like lip sync. I was joking with Troy the other day.
You all will see what happens.
Yeah, we could have planned something grand already.
Oh,
Have,
plot
like, what is that thing?
twist.
Like a Michael Jackson with thing, like the 3D version.
A hologram?
Hologram.
Oh my gosh, a holographic Lauren.
Set it up, Troy.
I will make that happen.
She's like yoga from Star Wars.
That's hilarious.
That's,
Anyway,
that's the loophole.
Yeah.
I was like, she said she wanted you there.
Listen,
Here she is.
that would be epic. That's
I
a
would
headline.
be absolutely fine with that.
You would
Holographic
laugh.
Lauren
Lauren.
Iconetti at Ashley Eyes and Jared's
oh,
wedding.
that's so funny. Mom would piss herself.
Mom really would.
She really would. Okay, let's get to more like. Okay, well, we could also talk about the bridesmaid dresses, which have been also drama because of Lauren. Thanks, Lauren.
It's not me.
She
It's your
started the
fabric.
entire trend, Troy.
Okay, all I know is I saw the first picture and I thought,
And he thought it was nice.
I
He was
thought
like, "Oh,
that she looked
great!
really
This was
pretty."
Mora."
That being
He
said,
saw
I haven't
Mora's.
felt them or haven't been in them. So
Okay.
Being in them is totally fine.
Okay, so
Totally
I'm thinking
fine.
I've only seen it. Now,
She-
that being said, if she wants her own, I am okay
She
with that.
is okay
Yes,
with having
I'm
her
gonna
own.
have my own.
But
That's
I want
fine.
my Pippa moment for you.
I just wanted to.
Troy,
I do.
She's allowed to have her own, but
Yeah,
she
yeah.
started the whole train of the bridesmaids
Let me
wanting
say
to
this.
dump their dresses.
Okay, for everyone out there.
Yeah, we need to give preface.
Yes, for everyone out there, we got our dresses shipped to us. We tried on dresses in the store, but ended up picking a different fabric, so there were different kind of dresses. So we got our dresses in about a week ago, and I didn't get to try it on until a couple days ago. And then I felt the fabric, and it felt really inexpensive, okay? It felt very cheap. And so I wanted to let the other bridesmaids know, like, I understand, because they're all thinking it. And I just wanted to be like, just so you know, I'm aware of the situation. I'm aware that it's cheap. I know what you're thinking.
is.
I didn't want to pretend like they were a beautiful piece of work.
Okay, but we can also agree that it is far too close to the date to be doing any messing. Plus, they look good.
Okay.
They look good.
Yeah.
They look very pretty. They're going to match the room. It's all good. I don't know how they feel because I did not try the dress on.
I'll get you a nice swatch. I'll cut mine up and send it to you.
I do want to say that everyone should know that we didn't even have to pay for our bridesmaids dresses,
Exactly
which was
why
very
everybody should be
generous.
thankful.
Mine, I barely fit in mine, but you know, I just got to lose a couple pounds before I walk down, and then I think we're all good to
Drink,
go.
like, a shit ton of water.
Yeah, do the lemonade diet. From
Do the
Creation.
South Beach diet that Ashley and
Oh
Jerry
yeah,
Could do the South Beach diet.
But all the day, all like yesterday, I got like a text from Maura. She's like, "Okay, so what should I ask this company? What colors and styles do you want?" I go, "No." No.
No.
She goes, "Oh, okay, abort mission."
She's funny.
Yes.
Okay, so that's bridesmaid dresses.
But
So
that's a rite of passage. I feel like bridesmaids
They need to
are
hate the dress.
their own beast over there. And I was like, all right, ladies, go to town. It's kind of like the Hunger Games.
I know. It's like you deal with it.
You start like figuring this out,
Yeah.
and who's the last one
Yeah.
standing?
Troy
it's a
had a
lot
really-
of people to like keep track of.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of
Exactly.
people to have to try and
I
please
am-
that you can't on your wedding day. You just can't.
Yeah, so I'm the king of the bridesmaids, so I took it upon myself to speak for them. And Troy had a really good idea of just having everyone pick their own black dress. And I know Ashley said no, and it's fine she said no, but I wonder what you guys kind of thought, like what Naz and Troy thought. Like, do you think that's not
it
classic?
doesn't matter.
The bride is number one, so I'm a smart enough man to know that. But two, here's the deal: for any bridesmaids, and so many people do different. I have literally seen women, and trust me, y'all, I've seen dresses where that have been red, white, and blue on 4th of July. Not a Simply Troy wedding, but I was like, what did they make you wear? Or really horrible things. So this is not your situation. Your
Okay.
situation's very pretty. But sometimes, you know what, people don't, they just want their bridesmaids. They're all the important women in their lives, or nowadays they could have a best guy on their side too. But they want them to feel good. And, you know, sometimes girls feel better in, you know, different dresses or black always makes people look thin. But dark colors, your color is fine. It's dark. It makes you feel, it's not make you feel bloated or anything. It's going to, hide imperfections. It's very pretty. Everyone's going to see them and then be like,
I know, they're going to be like,
what are you bitches talking about?
And I tell you, if you guys are very interested, I'll cut up the material and I'll send it to you personally. And you can understand what I was saying. Okay.
Oh my
That's
goodness. All. Okay. Well, Lauren also just hates gowns in general. Like,
yeah, I prefer if we all were in like sweats, and like our best sweats, guys, our best ones.
Yeah. It's like a Britney Spears wedding.
Simply no.
I can't wait for everyone to see. Yeah, I can't wait for everyone to see them.
I can root for Lauren in a lot of reasons, but not that one.
It'll be funny after people see that.
I think the color is going to look amazing in photos, and everyone will look great in photos.
Yeah. I can see the vision of everything, and you guys haven't seen. You'll see once you're in it. Ashley and I have been there, and because Jared hasn't really paid attention to the girls' dresses. I don't think.
Oh yeah,
he goes, I think it feels nice.
Yeah,
what are the guys wearing?
He's like, it's pretty. I don't understand why there's any issue with it. I'm like, well, exactly.
I think there's something that we all can agree upon, and that is nurses, doctors, dentists, and people who work in the medicine and healthcare industry are awesome. And all of us can think of a time when a medical professional helped us or a family member. And I think they should look stylish, in reward for being so awesome.
I can't wait to get Dad some of these.
I know. I'm sure all of the doctors at the hospital and all the nurses wear them, but he refuses to get cool ones,
Wait, why? Like how they make them different?
Anyway, these are Figs. We're talking about Figs. Figs is an amazing company that is making scrubs stylish and functional for people who deserve it the most. So for years, doctors and nurses and dentists, they're forced to wear like really scratchy, really
it's like the least soft material of all time.
It's not soft material, and now they have like very, very soft, cute colors, and not like the lame drawstrings. They have very well fitted Figs.
Oh, they're well fitted, so Dad's butt won't look as flat as a.
I don't know if they can promise that, but
Figs also provides other types of merchandise like workout clothes. I actually just recently wore one of their long sleeve shirts to do Pilates in. I loved it. It was so soft. It was perfect to sweat in. It wasn't suffocating. It fit me great. The material was very breathable. So I really recommend going to Figs even if you aren't in the medical field because they have a lot of other great stuff.
Yeah, they protect from germs and bacteria, and they're ridiculously soft and moisture wicking, and it features a 4-way stretch. That's the yoga a 4-way stretch.
These are the scrubs to have sex in.
Yeah, they have a yoga waistband.
Naz has really been sexualizing the ads.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
It's just like what's
Something
on my mind.
brain?
Did you hear me? Figs have yoga waistbands. They're not the ugly drawstrings, and they fit really comfy.
So, guys, whether you are one of the awesome humans that works in the healthcare industry or someone that just wants to say thanks to these deserving folks, Figs is going to make that easy by providing you with 15% off your first purchase by using our code GETIT, GETIT. Get ready to love your scrubs and head to WEAR, Figs, FIGS.com and enter our code GETIT at checkout. All right, back to the podcast. What are the guys wearing?
They're all wearing tuxes, but there's been a whole
very handsome tuxes.
Drama around that.
There's been drama with the tuxes.
That's why I was like, don't you even get started. At least
Wait,
the drama
what happened
with the tuxes started a couple weeks earlier.
Yeah.
The tuxes, we picked them up and they were like not fitted at all to Jared. It didn't like suit his body well at
Jared's tux.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And then we assumed that the rest of them would be the exact same. We just don't even know because most of his groomsmen live in Rhode Island.
Not here, yeah.
Yeah, they live in different places. So.
Oh, man.
But it's going to be good now.
Yeah, it's going to be fine because now we're having Black Tux sponsor
Perfect.
as well.
Oh, my God.
Thanks, Patrick Minogue.
Shout out to Black
and Co.,
Tux.
which is now my boss.
Shout out to Black Tux. We're like really coming through. So now the guys have a choice to wear the tux that has now been given to them as a gift from Jared.
Oh my God, that's so nice. Yeah,
so they can like alter it themselves and
so
like have it for life.
Yeah.
And then they could also rent one from Black Tux.
Genius.
Everybody's hitting up Black Tux. Our officiant went today, and then
the Simply Troy team's going on Tuesday.
And then the Troy
all the boys.
Coming to say
the boys are
Is the officiant
Do
a surprise
DJs go to Black Tux?
Yeah, he's at a surprise now because I explained on Almost Famous this week that because of the date is so close and the Jenner baby has not arrived yet. That I mean, who knows when this airs?
Right.
we have a couple days.
Ooh,
Yeah.
could happen
But
tomorrow.
it was just too close, and that person needs to start writing
More spicy food. More spicy food for Jade to eat.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Yeah.
Is the spicy food pop them out?
Supposedly, that's
nice.
yeah.
We're bringing a salad tomorrow. There's a famous salad in West Hollywood.
Yes.
That
about
pops the
this?
baby out?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
20. They say 5 to 20 women who are pregnant come in each day.
Yes.
Trying to eat the salad, like eating the salad to pop, and
What's in
it
the
happens to a lot of the women.
What's
they
in
have a
the
whole wall.
salad?
There's a mural of all the
What?
women who have given birth.
What
after eating the
restaurant
salad.
is this at?
I don't know. I had never heard of it, and it's like famous for this, and it's West Hollywood of all places.
Yeah.
So if I have like a
need to go
really
poopy?
bloated stomach and I have to poopy, is that going to help me?
Probably would do the same
Probably.
thing.
We gotta find out the name of this restaurant.
You want to fit into that dress? Go get the
That's
salad.
what I'm thinking. That's exactly
Just
what I
all
was
eat. We should
I
eat
know
the
where your
salad
head's
every
going.
day until
Should we
the wedding.
postmate it to Rhode Island? Okay, so we've covered dresses, we've covered the maid of honor speech. So let's dive into food because we obviously love talking about food. What were your guys' thoughts, or what was you and Jared's thoughts when it came
Besides
to
her
food?
one crying moment at a tasting, so there was that.
But
and
what
that
can
they
we
had
tell our
tastings
listeners?
of everything. They definitely loved the tastings. They definitely enjoyed that.
I've never been full like that though in my life because it's so weird. You can't, you know how normally like at Thanksgiving or at a big meal, you could be like, oh no, I'm done. I'm not eating
you
that.
have to
But at this point, you like
have to eat everything.
You have to
Yeah.
eat everything to see which one you like the best.
What was like your
and because all the people have like put time in it to make sure that you're trying their best food, and so they have different options, and you want to know what you're thinking of for your guests, and then you keep eating.
was that one of your favorite things to do, Ash, for the wedding?
It was definitely
when it came to
one of my
planning.
favorite things because it was also like it wasn't just like Thanksgiving because of food in mounts, but it was also like Thanksgiving because we had our family at all three of them.
Yeah.
That was really special.
So it was like
parents-
an actual Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Do you guys want to share like what kind of food and like what you were thinking when it came to food for your wedding?
Well, it's definitely wedding food. Like I think Jared and I, our favorite food is pasta, and so we're gonna have a pasta bar. Oh. That's the cocktail hour.
That is incredible.
That would be very nice.
I think appetizers excited us the most, and we made a lot of the appetizers very New England based. So there's a clam cakes and chowder. So there's like a little cup of soup, and then there's a little clam cake on top of it. And then there's mini lobster rolls. And they're delicious. It was the best lobster roll I've had in my entire life.
Really good.
And then the food, I normally don't get excited over like meat and chicken, but this was like awesome.
It was good.
It was really good.
Blackstone Catering.
Shout out to Blackstone. They really brought it.
And you
then
know what? They couldn't be nicer to work with. They're so kind. They've been so really sincerely wonderful behind the scenes. Like they get to taste, and then they're like, "Okay, we're done." And I'm like, "Great!" On all the work behind the scenes to make that pretty, good stuff happen. They've been really wonderful. So
Can you
shout out
guys
to them.
give us any inside scoop on the cake stitch?
Yeah, I was going to say the cake
Super cool.
is being done by Shelby Bauer. She is the winner of the Wedding Cake Championship season that Jared and I were on.
So dope.
So she kind of like gave us a preview of our wedding cake right there because we told her exactly what we wanted and, inside and out. And she's just going to do a little bit of an alteration on that cake. She's going to have it reflect the venue a little bit more. And she's going to use more of the colors.
Does she make it like there? Does she ship
Yes.
it in a plane?
Yeah, how does that work?
She'll make it there in Rhode Island. We've worked it out with the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Blackstone has helped us work it out with.
That's
Shelby.
amazing. It's going to be
Cool.
fresh and not delivered.
So she's going to actually bake the cake in her Airbnb. It has like 4 ovens, and you do it in, tiers. So she'll be like one sheet, another sheet, and then the top is actually going to be, or the middle area is going to be styrofoam, which is totally common during summer weddings because of keeping the shape and making sure it doesn't get too hot and melty. And
I thought it was
Gives
like
it
an
a
homage to your love of Dunkin' Donuts.
well, there's something there too. But we'll
Yes.
get that in a minute.
Is there going to be Dunkin' at your wedding?
Wait, so then okay, so there's the top tier, of course, for your anniversary, but then there's styrofoam, and then there's the bottom tiers. So, it's
Need
an all
the tier on
illusion.
the bottom to actually cut into for the tradition and the moment and all that
Yeah.
exciting stuff.
Actually-
And then you can fake it
Right.
Yeah, but wait, Troy's more in the loop about the Dunkin' Donuts things.
Yeah, well, are we telling?
Yeah, I mean,
Guys, you just
it's
did.
another homage to
It is. Here's the
East
deal.
England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jared is massive Dunkin's fan, and I think their headquarters is Rhode Island.
Oh,
Yeah.
we pass it from the
For people
airport.
who do
Yeah.
not know this, Rhode Island is Dunkin' Donuts headquarters. So,
Oh, they in Southern Mass, but it's fine.
but it's close.
America
Exactly.
runs
grew up,
on Dunkin'.
He grew up with it. He introduced. I feel like he got you into the love of it too.
no.
Or did
No,
you know?
we've all always
Yeah.
loved Dunkin'.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely East Coast.
That being said, it's really cool. And again, I love personal touches to anything. And so this is a really fun moment for us to have there. And they've been very kind to us. So we're going to have some fun, passable moments that are fun and maybe
Wow.
some fun surprise moments. I don't know. Should I tell them about that?
I guess we should keep some
That one,
secrets.
yeah, you'll get the passable moments. You'll see what the other surprise is that we have been working out.
I'm
this
not
Bro,
even sure
pasta
if I
bar and
know.
Dunkin' Donuts, I'm not fitting in my dress.
No, I'll
No,
rip it
here's
off
the
of
deal.
you.
You got to fit into it for the pictures in the beginning,
and
but
then you
after
can
that,
unzip.
boom,
After that, I can come off.
you can go to town,
So, like,
girl.
cut something in the back, like a slit.
Yeah,
We get a corset.
Oh, I can make a
you can
little
Kim
corset.
Kardashian it at Met Gala this year. Then you wouldn't be able to eat anything.
Oh my God.
That defied physics.
Yeah.
Okay.
The most pain of her life.
Okay. So aside from music, can we talk about decorations?
We're
now?
not talking about music. You say
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. Aside from food, can we talk about decorations and then talk about music?
Sure. I don't really know what to talk about when it comes to decorations because the
I just feel
venue
like
itself.
talking about it's hard.
It's hard to not give anything away,
Yeah,
right?
you're
Is that
gonna
like a
see it.
complete
Let's just
surprise,
say-
Ash?
Here's the deal. I think people have a vision of what I think maybe a bachelor.
Can you talk about the inspiration?
Might be, and I think yours is very storybook, very romance driven, very. I think he will surprise a lot of people because it's very. This is my first church wedding out of all my brides and grooms I've done because everyone wants to do something different. I can tell them that, right? Yeah, you've said
Oh,
you
yeah.
get married in
I
church.
talked about that.
So I'm really excited about that actually because it's there's a juxtaposition to the church and their reception venue. That's beautiful, and it's both of them and their love. And we definitely have a running of the love of movies and movie themes throughout everything, little Easter eggs, things here and there, special moments that worked the design process throughout everything. So that made it really fun. But again, it's personal. Anyone who knows them and gets it or sees the moments are like,
I can't
that's
fucking
them.
wait. I feel like it's going to be like living in a Taylor Swift music video. Like I'm going to be like, oh, Jared loves this, or oh, Ashley likes this, or oh my God, you know what I mean?
Do you want to talk about the Easter eggs that were in the invitations?
Ooh,
The,
those were fun.
the minted invitations. Thank you to Minted
Yes.
for the most unbelievable invitations I think anybody's ever seen.
They were stunning.
They
Really
they
pretty.
basically
Still on my refrigerator.
Yes, you'll keep them. They're good keepsakes.
they used a very what was it's like without
3D printer.
well yes but
They
they
laser
used
cut.
a very symbolic piece of the venue
Yes.
piece of the venue and they cut it so that it was like an actual replica in
Of the front door.
paper.
I had them take it and I had to get the photos of what I wanted. And I said, they had originally done it. And I was like, that's great. You can do that. Now, can you do this? And then I sent them the picture of what you guys will enter through. And they, amazingly, they recreated it.
Was that your idea,
on the
Troy?
invitation? Yeah.
That's so cool.
It was fun. And I wanted them, when she picked out how she liked the gates and stuff, I was like, oh, we can do that. If they can do it. You have these dreams. And I was like, can you make this happen? And they did.
I really appreciated it because I feel like invitations are they cost so much money, right? Like it's actually insane because it's fucking paper.
Yeah.
But when I got your invitation, just being able to see a place that I'm going to actually be able to see in real life
that's
within
what
the
Troy kept
invitation,
saying,
I
yeah.
thought that was like really cool.
And it set the tone. You get it and you understand, oh, I need to bring my A game. This is, I'm going to get the great dress or the great tux. They've asked for black tie.
People are flipping out about the black tie.
Yes.
They're like never experienced such an event.
Yeah,
before.
it's so bizarre how people have most of the people there have never been to a black tie wedding before.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
going to be
God.
exciting. It's
Yeah.
You know what? It's one of those things where they will see after all the year that we've all worked together to plan something spectacular, they're going to just enjoy that moment and really live in it, and they will talk about it for years on out. And your love is going to make it like it's the cherry on the top that's on top of everything. And just the spectacular everything about it's going to be stunning.
Oh, thank you, Troy.
I'm going to pull a Marie Kondo right now and ask you guys, does this sofa bring you joy?
Oh, it does. It does. It's because it's from Joybird. It's the best couch ever. Lauren just took her couch, which she had stashed at Jack's for a while because she didn't have her own place.
Yeah.
And now she has this amazing Joybird yellow statement couch and chair.
Yes.
It's such a statement.
They're comfy too.
They're really
like
comfy.
I take naps on that couch. It's so comfy.
You sit back. It's deep. I love a deep back.
It's a cuddle couch. It's a cuddle chair and couch.
Like you can have two people can have sex on this one.
Okay,
Well, you guys know
snuggle, but you know.
I have the chair, which you guys know, the wooden chair, and I got the brown cushions that came in, and it looks so expensive. Every time people come to my house, they're like, where is this chair from? Is it from Restoration Hardware or somewhere else? And I'm like, no, it's Joybird.
And that's the same with this couch. It's such good quality. You can just feel it. It's heavy.
Yeah.
And it's the structure is like modern, sleek. It looks like it's from a luxury.
You can
store.
change the feet and like you can customize it to like your aesthetic. And I wanted this to be like mid-century sort of thing. And also I wanted to have dark wood on the bottom so it would match my black aesthetic, you know? So I got the bright yellow and then my black aesthetic, but they also come in so many different colors. You can customize it any way you want.
That's the best part about Joybird. Like when I was making my chairs, that it's one of a kind furniture crafted to your unique taste. Like you can literally curate anything you want to go with your. Yeah, it's so affordable. It's like doesn't make sense. So like Ashley and Lauren were saying, they have rich buttery leather to the plushest velvet you've ever felt. You guys can find the fabric and texture that's right for you. Joybird offers a range of kid and pet-friendly upholstery options so that your creations can stand the test of time, which I think is so clutch because I feel like a lot of manufacturers, when it comes to furniture, they don't think of like our everyday, and like people have dogs, you know, and they have babies.
Yeah, and also you can take this couch or chair home for 365 days, and if you don't like it, send it right back. Guarantee you're going to like it, but it's a good insurance policy. See how Joybird can help you design your dream space. Find your joy today at joybird.com/getit. Create the furniture that brings you joy at joybird.com/getit.
Yeah, guys, create the furniture that brings you joy today at joybird.com/getit. Go to joybird.com/getit and receive an exclusive offer just for our listeners for 25% off your first order by using our code GETIT.
25% is a shit ton off, guys. I would absolutely use it if you're trying to decorate a cute apartment.
Yeah. Also, they have outside furniture.
Yeah. Okay. Well, back to the show.
Cool.
I also want to go back to the minted invitations.
Yes.
They had what is it? The symbol, the Superman symbol. What is that called?
So Jared loves Superman.
Like a symbol.
The emblem.
His crest, his emblem.
Crest.
And how they made it definitely, you can tell on the stamp, we had their logo, the A&J, like a Superman crest, but it was the Superman crest, but it kind of looks like a diamond. So it's kind of like
perfect.
So it's perfect. So we still have our elegance, but we also had all right, that's the nod to Jared's Superman, and it looks so pretty. I loved
Which
it.
is full circle
And
love man story.
A Moor man.
Yeah.
Wait,
so you
weird.
heard of a Moor man? Did you know that I
made a Moor man
Did you know that
t-shirt?
I didn't learn about a Moor man until today?
I don't know what a Moor man
today.
is.
Okay, so
Lauren and I don't. I'm like,
on
what?
first Bachelor in Paradise. Well, no, on The Bachelor.
Wait, can I say?
Yeah, you say the
it's
story.
very specific.
Okay.
So, Love Man. We were talking about this today because we were gonna have a drink called Love Man.
That's
And then
adorable.
Aw, that's amazing.
We had to eliminate one of the names, so because it would just been like too many. So we were like, "Do you want to eliminate Love Man?" And he goes, "Yeah, if anyone, we should do that one because remember when I said Love Man was for Caitlyn?" And then they had actually done his package for Paradise with a Moor man, and he was now a new superhero, Moor man, for whoever he found in Paradise. But then they cut that out of his package.
A Moor man?
A Moor.
Like, a Moor.
Amore.
Oh, Amore. Okay.
Amore.
I thought you were saying
Amore.
Moor.
Amore's Italian.
Amore man.
Spanish.
Amore man.
Amore man.
But yeah, so I was working on.
M-O-R-E, like more man. He's more man. I was like, okay.
No,
I was like,
That's what I thought. Okay.
yeah, I was like, what is going on?
Okay. So then what are your drink names?
I mean, that's something that we can save.
Save it? Okay. Well, I want to
even
share
know.
my first
I'll tell you
Bachelor in
when we shut
Paradise that I was working.
Again, it's a movie-related thing.
Okay, cute.
I can tell you that.
Okay. They made me go make a shirt for Jared that said "Amor Man," and it was like red and green, like the Mexican flag. Wait, does he still have that shirt?
I don't think so.
Damn, that's so funny.
That is really funny.
So we had that.
And then we also had Be Your Guest.
Yes.
Will you be our guest? Like a reference to Beauty and the Beast. And
Beauty and
there
the
was
Beast.
anything else in there? Oh, yeah, there was the clock from Titanic.
Yep, we had the clock from Titanic.
And it was set to the date.
Yep, and the date is set. I'm not saying what time that was, but it's the people who have it know. And when you see the invite after this, you'll know what date it was. And there was one other thing. Oh, and I did love the reception, the hand-drawn illustration of the location. Yeah. It's stunning. So that was a really beautiful moment, which had its own, got its own connection to movie stuff. And
God, everything's so well thought out.
It's pretty crazy.
And there's a lot of details that we like to think about. But
what about...
You're going to feel the love. That's the thing, is love is attention to the details. And we have literally thought about... You guys are there for this little bit of time, so trust me, when she gets frustrated with anyone wanting to change something, it's warranted because everyone's jumped in like, hey, we're here a month out, we're doing it. It's like, shut up, we've been working on it for 11 months. Like, that's where she can get frustrated. But she hasn't had any crazy bridezilla moments.
I mean, I got a little naggy this month. Not like naggy, but it's like, here's my to-do list now. And then like I updated like 3 days later. Be like, now that we have to get this done.
I liked it. It was the same thing. We also would do because these two travel. I literally have to look at their Insta stories and I'm like, where are you? Now you're in Tahoe. Now you're in Boston again? Wait, now you're back home? I'm like, I have to figure out where they are.
I do the same thing. I have no idea.
Yes, by
same.
Insta story.
Lauren knows based on like if Lois is staying with her.
Yeah, I was like, do I have Lois?
So it's funny because Andrew, my production manager, was like, okay, I don't want to scare you two, but here's what I want from you. And it's like, here's your to-do list of things coming up.
Oh, when he sent that first one, I was like, what in the world is this? And now I realize all those questions really needed to be answered.
Yeah.
So what did you think your favorite part of planning a wedding is, Troy?
Well, and I say this all the time. My favorite moment is when everybody else gets to see what I've seen in my head for all this time.
Goosebump moment?
Yep. And it's exciting because we've talked about it. They've seen like samples and this and that. And like, I can see it. I can snap the picture in my head. And so I've got it already. So that's why I'm like, trust me, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Right.
You'll love it when you're getting your photo taken at certain points and certain things. Cause I'm like, you will be happy with those photos. Like the moments are going to be there. Her moments are going to be there. His moments and, your families. And that's the thing I love. I love seeing everyone. It starts from the top. And I say this all the time. Ashley and Jared are up here at the top. They've got so much love and kindness, and they are so in love and so ridiculously cute together. And it trickles down in like the pyramid. Everyone's going to feel it, and they're going to love it, and we're going to have an amazing time.
What was the biggest hurdle for you guys? Like, what part of wedding planning was the worst for you? Was it making the list? Like, what do you think was the hardest thing?
I think the past month.
This is funny. You said this too. You're like, ugh.
Why is that?
Well, she's like, now we're not in the pretty stuff. Now it's like, you got to sign this, you got to do that, you got to pay for this.
Yeah, you got to pay for this. Like the transportation, the boring shit.
The logistics stuff.
It's all logistics. All small, fine-tuned details. And
which mattered.
Yeah,
like how this person's getting here.
Yeah,
and stuff
like think about it. For people who don't, that's when all the stuff goes. But our job is to make sure everything is perfectly buttoned up by the time we land in Rhode Island, and then we put out the fires because stuff is going to happen that none of us know about yet. It's just how it is. No matter how perfect and amazing you are, it happens, and then it's like, great, let's roll with it, and everything else is moving finely tuned along, and we're going to figure it out.
How many people are on your team?
Coming 7. Well, me and 6. So,
but you do all the work with Ashley like the whole time. Like after you just talk about
Andrew, he has a full-time assistant too.
Yeah, he's our production manager dealing with all the logistics and all the nice pretty timelines, and we're gonna all go over that very soon.
Right. So are you the one also on the day of that's kind of like, all right, you guys walk down here?
Yes, funny of how our locations are, the team has to split because there's some very tricky logistics to make that reception happen that half the team has to do while she's getting ready and we're at the other venue. So that's divide and conquer, but that's why we go through everything.
You really need more people, because especially with this turnaround with the reception and everything.
It's because
crazy.
Because there's a certain time they can start setting up.
Yeah.
Okay. There's
It's
something
like, go, go,
before.
go.
It is. It's going to be crazy, but you know,
Amazing.
we'll have her moving along. you know, getting ready, and Lauren will be taking care of her.
But to go back to the decor, like Naz was talking about, I feel like we have to give Birch a shout out for the
Birch.
flowers.
They're amazing. Yeah, and they're gonna. That's why I say wait until you see the photos, and Birch is gonna bring it. Like what we've designed and how we've edited and changed things, and how we've picked the linens, and how we've picked all the different place settings, and how they can help bring together the florals and the teams. And again, it's a super collaborative process. You know, she can have dreams and visions, and all of us can have ideas to add to that. And then we all have to execute. And so everyone has to work finely tuned together. And that's the key that I stress all the time, is that we are team players. Let's all work together to make this happen, because none of us can do it by ourselves.
Right.
Birch is going to be doing a lot of behind the scenes footage on their Instagram. They're really funny on their Instagram. They're very personable, especially when it comes to like a flower company. Well, they're not just a flower company. They're like, they are a design company for events.
Yeah, they're
so make sure that you guys follow Birch Event Design if you want any behind the scenes, especially like, you know.
And so the
That
flowers
month.
will be a
All month.
surprise.
They'll be gorgeous. They're going to be very, very pretty.
So what do you, I think a lot of people out there are probably listening, they're like, this is so wasteful, you know, like this is so like, what is it, like Baroque almost. So like, what do you say when you have these people like, oh, that's such a waste of money and time and flowers and everything? Do you get a lot of people saying that?
Yeah, I mean, you usually hear that from dad or husband when they see the flower bills.
Yeah.
Flower bills are always expensive.
My
But-
dad has
flowers
been Steve
so
Martin
expensive?
recently.
Yes. But I will say that
Martin
that's
in
like you have to
Follow
deal with, they're dealing with labor, they're dealing with like fine tuning how you just don't grab them from Trader Joe's and throw them in.
Right.
Yeah.
type of
You have
thing.
to manipulate them.
Except I said we should do that for the rehearsal dinner.
She did say that.
Just throw them in.
For the rehearsal dinners. Yeah.
But this is, you know, there's a lot of work to it. And we're also in August in Rhode Island, people. It's, you know.
Or what is the flower? Like, are there a lot of good local flowers there? You got to bring them in from other places.
They are, Birch is bringing and dealing with.
Bringing them in.
They're bringing.
That's not the norm, but I think what Troy is saying by that is that Newport in the summer is like just
Hot,
a
humid.
high. Oh, I was going to say a peak destination spot
It
too.
is, yes.
Right. Was
So
that hard for
everything is
you
just
to
super
pick the
expensive.
flowers? Because I remember we were eating pizza and we were talking about flowers and you're like, ugh, they're so expensive. I don't know what to do. Was it hard for you to like pick a design or?
No, I let them
Type
do
of
the
flower?
design. I just like gave them a general idea. I just screenshot a whole bunch of things and stuff.
And
You don't know
to them.
flowers.
No, but I just
I don't even
screenshot
know
them.
one-
What she feels.
I know a rose and that's it.
I don't know like
I
what
know
kind of
a
flowers
rose.
they are.
Yeah, we
you know,
worked with
like-
her, and she definitely was like, when she was feeling something like, I feel like that might be too much. And I was like, great, let's scale it back. Let's get it to a place where they were. And then transitioning from this, some huge music elements popped in that I was like, okay, everyone needs to be able to see these music elements. So I changing the direct, you know,
how
we had
tall
to
the
change
flowers
how
are and
tall,
stuff.
you know, some of
Yeah.
the things to make sure sight lines were great for everybody in the room for, you know, our big headliner performer,
Can you guys tell us anything about
Headliner is
music?
David Cook.
David Cook.
David Cook.
Like the wackiest thing, and that's something I don't
so
even think I'm gonna remember until like the day of. You know what I mean?
Like he's just going to be there getting ready too. Like he'll
I'm
be
thinking,
also
like,
getting
David
ready.
Cook is going to my wedding. Like
Yes.
he's embarking for this trip.
This
like
is
what?
Like we've traveled the country to see this man before.
Yeah.
And now he is traveling to your wedding.
At your
My
wedding.
husband and I were at his coronation at American Idol when he
crowning.
won.
Oh my
So
God.
I'm also going to geek out about this. And
That-
I used to play his version of Always Be My
warm
Baby.
porn?
I used to have it as a ringtone on my like Nokia cell phone for someone I
Nokia?
shouldn't have had that phone, that ringtone for when he would call me.
Oh,
and yeah,
gosh,
it was
he,
cheesy.
like, that moment, he looked so goddamn cute.
Oh, so good.
cute.
So
Yeah.
good.
I mean, can you believe what he's going to bring to that ballroom?
The way he holds the mic so softly, it's just so amazing.
Ashley, that's crazy. Are you like
Yes.
geeking out?
I'm
Like,
telling you,
has
this
that
is a
even
detail
set
that I
in?
haven't even really thought of because it was formed so early on.
That was-
like we got that,
that
in
was
like
our
February.
first that was our first musical.
Oh yeah,
situation.
one of like the
Wow.
first, like
Yeah.
one of the first big things said.
Completely.
Wow.
And so I like
Like that was
haven't
the
even
first
thought of
budget
it.
line item. It was like we got the venue and then her dress, and then it was like, okay, we got David Cook, and I was like,
right there, right in front of him when he's singing. I'm like gonna go up there and be like, hello,
Lauren, you can't make out with him.
I can't.
He's married.
No, he's married. And Jack is the DJ, so I will not
Jack
be making out with
DJ,
David Cook.
and I texted him yesterday about listening to whatever he has planned for his 45-minute set right now, and he didn't text me back. So,
well, he's getting his Adderall this evening, so I'm sure that he will be on it tonight.
Well, that's good news because I got.
He already put it all in like a quote crate where all the songs are together. He's just blending them together.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll have to say that it's quite a musical experience. I don't want to give too much away because we do have a People Magazine exclusive, so we can't tell the entire rundown of the day. But we have a lot of different musical moments.
I will say this, people. I will let this out. I have never been a part of a wedding that has had so many line items for music. That is your scoop, and that is true. And I'm like, Andrew, how many logistics are going on with this?
Poor Andrew.
What? And we only have a short time frame without it has to be. Yeah.
You guys are going to kill it, though. Yeah, but music's so important to you,
handpicked every song.
I think they are very...
I'm very picky when it comes to music, though.
Yeah.
I'm not the kind of person that's like, oh, I like listening to everything. And I think, throughout my life, I always thought, oh, I want this played at my wedding. I want this played at my wedding. So I had to compile them all.
Yeah, this ain't no Spotify wedding playlist wedding.
No, this is what music of her life, of their lives, legit.
Yeah.
Every single moment has meaning to it.
Yeah, we wanted the music to kind of narrate the night.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. People also want to know how you're incorporating your dogs, what celebs will be attending, and if Chris Harrison will be there.
So Chris Harrison's not coming.
Why isn't he coming?
Simply disappointing.
He has other prior obligations.
Like what? Golf?
He has. He's shooting something, and it's during. It's during
good excuse.
That makes sense. He's shooting all
And
the time.
I even told him the other day. I texted him again, and I go, I just want to let you know, so and so is now officiating the wedding. So if you still want to make that red eye, and then he texted me back, and he said that he still can't.
Okay.
So it's really, really, that's sad, you guys. I think he might be the first bachelor wedding he hasn't attended.
I know. I feel like he's gone to all of them. But that means that he definitely can't go. Because
No, I'm
he'd
sure.
be there
And
1,000%.
He sent us a really nice gift from our Crate and Barrel registry, and he was very thorough and sensitive about what he said when he had to say that he couldn't go. It was a long explanation.
Yeah.
And it was very nice, although it was very disappointing. Then I don't think there's going to be any celebrities there. We invited 2 couples that would have been our celebrity. Oh, I guess Ashton and Milo too, but we never heard from them because that's ridiculous.
Can you imagine if
that's
Ashton and
ridiculous?
Milo
You know
showed
what I
up?
mean?
I mean,
That
that
was
would've
a
been
real far fetch.
silly.
But as far as friends go, we invited Donnie Wahlberg and Jenny McCarthy, and then
But the fact
Rob
that you
Thomas.
can say you invited Ashton Kutcher.
Well, I don't even know that they got their formal invitation, but they did get their save the date in their hands.
They did. I was going to say Donnie and Jenny, definitely.
Donnie and Jenny sent their RSVP back, and
I opened it.
And they can't go.
And Rob Thomas.
Yeah, and Rob Thomas sent it back.
But
and
that's
Rob
so
was
nice that they send it back.
Handwritten and everything.
Oh yeah, and Rob and Johnny and Jenny have been so personal about it too. We really, really wanted to come. It wasn't they just had an assistant just tell us.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
It's very nice.
Oh, I love Donnie. I'm glad he's not coming.
I really thought Donnie might come.
Oh my God. I would just be staring at Donnie the whole night. But,
He got other responsibilities.
I know.
He said that
Eyes on her.
You got David. You got David and Donnie, literally middle school, early high school crushes. Holy shit. That's incredible.
Well, Donnie,
Unreal.
When he was telling Jared and I that he didn't think that he would be able to go, but that he wanted to do something.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That scared me. I don't know.
That scared
Sorry,
me too.
it's Troy's dog.
Lolo.
All right, we got a couple more questions for you guys, Troy and Ashley. What has Ashley been picky about, and what has she been relaxed about?
Picky is, and not picky in a bad way, but just they both know, again, the music. I was like, okay, we just keep going and keep going. And it's extensive. So that's to say the least.
Bro, we're going to a full-on concert.
It's
Bring your glow sticks.
That way.
Is it funny you're getting married the same summer Nick Jonas got married?
was Joe Jonas.
I'm sorry, Joe Jonas got
Praise
married.
be for
Yeah.
that.
No.
Wasn't
I
wasn't
think about
Nick's
that.
wedding this year too?
Yeah, November.
Can we talk
but,
about
Joe was my husband.
2019 and the blessings
Joe was
of
my
Ashley
favorite.
and Jared, people? Like, Patriots winning the Super Bowl, at Jonas Brothers reunite, new concert albums. Nick Jonas gets married.
Jared becomes friends with Rob
Jared
Thomas.
becomes friends with Rob Thomas. Like, all of this stuff is great. Ashley's off on NSYNC tours and knowing the people, or,
Backstreet Boys,
and the Backstreet Boys also happened. You guys got to see the Backstreet Boys, know them.
We got to go on stage.
It's basically all the things they've grown up never thinking that those dreams could happen. And the biggest dream that they could have is going to happen next month.
Oh,
And that's pretty great.
Troy, you
Then
have to
September
say
comes
that.
and they're going to be depressed and not know what to do with themselves.
But I am super excited for our honeymoon too. I'm glad that that's like booked and finalized, so we don't have to worry anymore. Like I was so freaked out like a month ago because we planned the entire honeymoon within the past month.
And you're going right after, right?
Yeah, the day after we
Which
leave.
a lot of people don't do.
I know a lot of people don't do that anymore, but I really like the tradition of leaving the next day.
Yeah.
And like that's like your new life as a couple.
Exactly.
And that you have time to concentrate on just you. And I want it to feel different, you know?
Right.
I think that going on a honeymoon right away makes you realize like, oh, this is a different life. Like we are now married.
And you get to decompress together.
Yeah.
And you really get to go back and be like, let's think about, you'll get some sneak peeks of photos from Rebecca Yale, who'll do amazing photos for you. And LaRev doing the videography. There'll be amazing, beautiful moments that they'll capture that you'll see a little bit before you leave. But you're going to go through it in your head like, oh my gosh, did that happen? Or this? Or
It's almost like you're riding the high still. Yeah, like I never understood people that wait months. They're like, oh, we're gonna go in December, and I'm like,
anymore.
What?
Yeah, it's not a honeymoon to me anymore.
But
I don't know. I
get that a
understand
lot of
why you
people
have to do
can't.
that, and we're very lucky to be able to go and do this right away.
And to be newlyweds for a year.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You're
yeah.
next.
So that's what they say. You're newlyweds for
You're
a year.
newlyweds for the first year.
Oh, okay, cute.
Yeah. So you go
cute.
from fiancés
To
newlywed.
husband and wife
I-
to newlyweds.
I also think that the honeymoon helps you like recover from that wedding. Like I think you'd probably get like post wedding depression when you're like, okay, and now.
Is that a thing? Because after Kaylin got
know. Is that a
married,
thing?
she was like my best friend, she was stressed planning it. She planned it herself. But then she was like, I wish I could plan this all over again. I want to do it all over again.
Oh, yeah.
It was the best night of my life.
Yes.
Like,
There's a lot that goes into it. There's so much that, planning and emails and budgets and things that are not super pretty. And then you do it and it's just, you're like, when can we do this again? And it's fun nowadays with social media. You'll have your wedding Wednesdays and your throwback Thursdays and your Fridays.
that's
and
such a thing.
It's such a thing. And there's so
thing.
many photos we've been stockpiling for the past year that I'm like, absolutely not. Do not. She likes to share that much. I'm like, do not put that out there. Cut that down. Crop that in. Don't say this.
I'm excited to see your photos taken all year, the planning.
They're fun.
It's going to be really
me too. Yeah.
Because there's you've met me, so you know that I think in photos and moments and stuff, and I've gotten so many amazing ones of
So
both
cute.
of them that are really fun that they're going to love to see in the year ahead.
People also want to know how involved Jared has been in the planning and what was important for him to have included.
Very.
Jared's been super, like, he's been almost as involved as I am. Sometimes I'll take, like, charge in certain circumstances where I know it's, like, a little bit too much of a itty-bitty logistical detail, where I'm like, he doesn't care, but everything about, like, the appearance and, like, the rundown of the day, Jared's been involved in.
Or
That's
when,
the
or
best
when I need
part
to get
about
her, I call Jared because I'm like, if she's not going to pick up her phone, she knows I'm calling.
Yeah.
That's so nice because don't you feel like maybe it's just a movie thing where like a lot of guys don't care about like planning it, and I think
feel
it's so romantic when like they do care.
Yeah, it's
And he
cute.
cares very much so.
Yeah, it's on brand for him, and he's such a romantic person. And then he also, we just haven't disagreed on anything. It's like freakish. Is this correct? A lot of people completely disagree the entire time.
They do, and it's been funny because people. Like they like different styles, and I gave them 10 photographers to look over from the very start to say, hey, here are some amazing photographers. And she took out all the information. She literally gave to him, like, here's the name and their website and pick. She knew what she liked from what she saw, what he liked, And they came back and it was the same person.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah,
Just
that's
crazy.
just a demonstration of how
that's
we
crazy.
have imagined our wedding the exact same. Like, I don't know if Jared ever
wild.
imagined his wedding to be as grand as it is, but if he were to have dreamed big as a kid, he would have. He saw this like
is his dream
every
wedding.
single step of the way. We've seen the same image.
I know. I have a great venue story that I can't share now. We'll do in a recap after the wedding. We'll have another story that I will tell about she and Jared.
We should do a wedding recap or like a video too, so we can pop up pictures. You know,
that would be really
that'd be
good.
cute.
Yeah,
We're going to have really good video.
Yeah.
It's going to be
that'd
so
be really
good.
awesome.
But yeah, I've got a funny story that
Okay.
I like to tell.
can't wait
People
to
in the
hear
know
it.
already have gotten to hear the story, but you guys will have to wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any stories you want to share, Ashley, that stood out to you in the wedding planning process?
Not that we haven't mentioned. Am I missing something that?
We've had fun traveling to Rhode Island. We laugh a lot, which I do enjoy. You know, that's the fun part when the couple is, you know, like love each other so much, and we can really just crack up and have fun and laugh a lot and come up with ideas. And sometimes we get to move forward with the ideas, and sometimes we're like, okay, how do we still work this idea into it but make it affordable or something that can happen? But we've had a lot of fun. I mean, legit. Same thing for me. It'll be sad when we're done because I'm like, oh, and we'll have the pictures and we'll have the video, but still, it was, you know, it's a lot of hard work that was done out of love from the start and through the finish. You guys will see. And I'm counting the moments. I can't wait to see Jared cry when he sees her.
Oh my God.
That brings me to my next question that you should squash for real because everyone wants to know if you're doing a first look.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I've been very strongly open and against first looks.
She's absolutely a no.
Yeah.
Like, I will tell you, hands down, people. Absolutely not.
Do you have a lot of brides that do have first looks?
Most do. And here's the deal.
Troy, how do you feel about this? It's a total break of tradition.
It's so controversial.
Yeah.
It is. People go both ways. Here's the deal. The first look helps with timing.
Absolutely.
So I get that. I'm with Ashley in the same time where I feel like too many times it feels fake or phony or put on. My favorite first look I've ever had was Jules Huff and Brooks. And because of paparazzi issues trying to get her dress, she was someone who, this never would have happened with Ashley, but Jules was like, boom, let's get up. She got up that morning, got ready
Good God.
at 5 a.m. and we beat the
5
paparazzi.
a.m. She got up on her wedding day.
But you know what? It turned out we were on the lake. It was so peaceful. And it truly was. Like, even now I get goosebumps. His reaction on the beach of their home. And I have a photo. I've never shared the photo. And I still love it. Someday maybe we'll share it. But it was the two of them in the quiet of the morning. And she's at her makeup. And even now, look at this. I got the goosebumps.
Yeah.
And she's in her PJs getting glammed, beautiful. And he's in his tux waiting for her. And they're sitting in the makeup chairs. And they're just holding hands together in the quiet of the morning. Yeah. It was
You're in the
beautiful.
same room?
Yeah, they were just holding hands. Well, she was in her PJs, her silk PJs. It was just makeup, like hair and stuff. And then she switched out.
Okay.
And then we went down to the beach. And I will tell you, you know, her hair, it was only like me, her hairstyle, like it was a small group. And we all cried. And it was real. And his moment was so beautiful. So that moment was great. And I love that. And she was in and out of that wedding dress 5 times in a day. That's not going to be Ashley, I will tell you that. But I'm with her on that because I'm like, so many times it doesn't feel that authentic.
Grand.
I just feel like, I don't know whether it was 27 dresses that really made that moment of the groom seeing the bride when the doors of the church open. And
It's
like
so much more dramatic.
And looking at the groom instead of the bride.
Everybody wants to look at the groom. You can watch the bride go down the aisle the entire time, but to see the groom's initial reaction is so special.
I love it.
My friend Sadie works
so much
weddings.
more dramatic.
I'm glad you brought that up, Lauren, because I was actually talking to her about this last night. And I'm so torn because she told me when she's working a wedding, she's also against, doing a first look, but she said it's the only moment that these two people really have alone the whole day. And then I started thinking about that, and I was like, that is kind of crazy that you don't really have like a moment of solitude away from everyone.
We can make it. We've got a moment put in that timeline. That
that's true. Like you can go outside during the reception.
Yeah. There's little hideaways.
There's little moments, but they're going to have it. And, we're going to make it, it's her day. She wants to be very zen, which I'm all for. And that's why we've also gone to such lengths. We've had timeline done for months, and we've been editing it so it's fine-tuned to where they like it, and we feel like, oh, this is logistically going to work. Or if we have a problem somewhere, how do we fix it? So we've all been very on point with each other and with our vendors. Try and make it as smooth and clockwork as possible for, the 20 million musical acts we have.
I'm excited. It's like Ashley and Jared on Broadway.
Any other questions?
Well, where can people find you, Troy and Ashley? I guess if you have anything to speak to your journey with Troy in the last year.
Well, I still want to say that I just can't believe people forego that first look in the actual moment.
They'd rather. What do you mean?
I mean, I guess I just can't get over the way that people want to forego that church door opening moment.
Well, maybe they don't have a church door open.
Yeah, I know. It's less dramatic, I think, if there aren't doors to be opened.
I think that's the key. And so many people, as I was saying, Ashley and Jared are my first church wedding because everyone's been, I want to be somewhere else. I want to be on a beach or a cliff or this or in the fields of something or on a lake. Different. And this is the moment. And she's right because I can see it. And even now I get goosebumps because I know her dress. I know what she looks like.
I was going to say, could you imagine that dress not having the entrance?
No, it needs, I'm like, hello, the goosebumps are happening because I can see it and I'm just, I need the video to be on him because I probably won't get to see his reaction because I'll be behind you, getting you through that door, and then I'm out
so
of the way.
excited.
It is, and then I get some great. That's the fun thing about my position is I will always have moments that the photographer, videographers, everybody can't capture on my phone. It's just those last moments of
go
down she goes with her dad or her.
Terrified.
Those moments, and then everything else is captured, and I can see it in my head and.
Your dad's going to be a wreck, Ashley.
I don't think he's going to cry. He's going to be super awkward.
You don't think so?
No.
I think your dad's going to cry.
He's not going to cry. No.
Really?
Maybe some like a musical acts because there'll be beautiful musical
My dad is more apt to get emotional, like, I think, at the reception. And it's like grandiosity.
Yes. I don't know because the dogs are involved. I don't know. I feel like your dad...
Sending Ethel down that aisle, he may get emotional.
They have been Audrey and Jay and Fred and Nancy. All the parents have been so incredibly delightful and so amazing and loving and kind and welcoming to me, and that just makes it fun. It makes it even more fun because it's like the family love is there. There's no weird tension or animosity.
You guys have the best parents.
That's really nice.
It's really been nice. And that's why we had them at all the tastings. And it's special. They're excited to see this moment for you guys. It will be legit, I think, the biggest wedding that's going to occur in your families, to date so far. Yeah.
Sorry, Lauren. Lauren's not gonna. No. And then we'll be done because Shannon's already married.
There we go.
Lauren will elope and call us after.
Exactly.
So
but everyone's going to be there sharing the love and having fun, and we're going to laugh and we're going to cry, and there's going to be funny moments. Someone splits their pants or something. I don't know.
Our officiant already told us his first line, and I was like, "This is exactly the direction I want this."
Oh my god! Am I hearing this tomorrow?
So perfect. You didn't hear this yet?
I'm going to hear it. No,
I'll tell you.
We're meeting in the morning, so yes.
All right, so I guess that's it. I do want to say that, like, if you are out there and you need a wedding planner, it doesn't matter where in the country you are, you got to check out Troy. You go to his website, simplytroy.com. You can email him at, Troy at simplytroy.com.
Very easy.
And he can plan from anywhere for anyone.
Super small to super big, anywhere globally. I love it all. Like, I love love. And if you're going to come and play, let's play. Let's have fun. Yeah. Let's think outside the box. I'm not into boring. Ashley knows.
Not your basic wedding plan.
Yeah. No, if you want the most personal wedding ever, where you're going to have the smallest details represent you and you need that on the call always attention, Troy's there for you.
Thank you,
Perfection.
love.
Of course. And of course, like you develop a great friendship from it too. We were friends beforehand, but if you are having him plan your wedding, you're going to just love him and want him to be part of your life forever.
Just because this wedding happened. So we're all still hanging out. So.
Yes. So, I mean, and you guys, like you got to friend it. You got to friend him.
Aww.
Hi, Aladdin. Hi.
Cue Randy
No,
Newman.
that's
not Randy
Toy
Newman.
Story.
Toy
It's Troy
you
Story.
friendly? Oh.
Yeah, but he was also
nice,
he was
Lauren.
thinking of the genie.
You'll
Toy
never
Story.
have a friend.
You got
like
a friend
me.
like
No,
me.
friend
You'll
like
never-
me, yeah.
You'll
Yes.
never have a friend.
Is it you'll never?
Never
Yeah,
have a friend.
never have a friend.
Never had a friend ever.
Friend
Like me.
Goodbye. Oh, wait.
Bye.
Wait. Go to podcastawards.com. We are nominated. Courtney will kill me if I forget to say this. Sorry, guys. We are, we want you guys to nominate us for a podcast award. So all you have to do is go to podcastawards.com, nominate I Don't Get It Podcast. I think we're under the society category.
Okay.
Or podcast of the year. And yeah, thanks for joining us.
This
for
is what Becca won last year, right?
Is it? No, I think hers was like,
People's Choice Award.
yeah, it was like a
People's Choice Awards.
Becca's big time.
All right. Well, do that. Thank you.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Wave Podcast Network. Check out all of our shows, including the Brain Candy Podcast, I Don't Get It, Coffee Convos, and Let's Talk About It.